Hey guys, and welcome to my final reaction in season 1 of The Haunting of Hill House. I'm not ready. I already know that I'm not ready. You know, in the end of the last reaction where I was talking about how my heart was racing through the whole, it's coming back, it's coming back. Like, I was calming down during my post-episode thoughts and like I was okay and everything was fine. I was feeling better, and now I feel it again. Now the anxiety is coming back, and I just feel like I'm just gonna have it again for the next hour. And I just gotta do it. I gotta rip the Band-Aid off and just endure whatever it is that they are going to lay on me in this like last hour-ish of the show. I just have to suck it up and let it happen. And I am very scared. Because I'm just scared in general, but also just I feel like they're gonna break my heart. I don't know. I feel like this isn't gonna have a happy ending. It doesn't seem to be the mood of the show for this to have a happy ending, you know what I mean? So I'm ready for it. This show has been stellar, a complete standout for me. And before I even get into the reaction, I really just want to say you guys have been beyond wonderful to me throughout this whole process. You guys have just been so supportive and so lovely. It just means so much to me that those of you who kind of watched along and been really supportive of me throughout this show and dealt with me ranting a ridiculous amount of time almost at the end of every single episode. So I just want to say thank you to that. And now let's just rip the Band-Aid off. Let's go.
Not a pony. This isn't working.
What the fuck?
Daddy, we need more keys. It's an emergency.
Within a couple of seconds, the show like blows my fucking mind.
How was it?
It was great. Kelly says hi. The boys are huge.
Slow.
Is this a dream?
Really slow.
Here.
Is this in the future? What the fuck?
This is for little Eleanor.
Fuck that.
I think I know where to find him. Dad. It's okay. Come on.
No. Steven's losing his mind right now.
Fear. The willing relinquishment.
I hate that. Go.
We yield to it or we fight it.
That was the worst. How many times have I said that on this show? That was the worst.
But I tried everything.
What the fuck?
Steve, wait! I can't say what happened after the door closed. Or finding out you were pregnant.
Well, of course you don't. Because you haven't written it yet. This little one. And I burst like a blister.
What the fuck?
Like your mother. Steve.
Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god!
Oh my God.
Shit. Okay, that. Oh. No, no, creepy bitch is gonna be behind you. You're gonna see mom. You're gonna have a moment.
It's a perfect place to get clean for a few days.
Oh, this is really interesting.
You're thinking that I put it in my arm in some alley and maybe I died there.
Stop it.
With
I hate needles!
Right.
Stop! I'm so sorry, guys. I'm really trying to watch this scene, but it's hard.
Maybe you already did.
No! I know what it is. I'm not gonna look, because fuck
I
it.
was right. It's the little girl with the runny egg eyes.
Oh, I hated that. God, the needle in his arm. I can't take it. I can't. God! Oh, God, come on. What the shit? Oh, it's that bitch. I'm so sorry, guys. I'm really trying to, but like, I faint with needles, and I really don't. What the shit is that? Okay. Stop. Go away with your damn drink. Stop booping them, bitch.
I enjoyed the conversation, but I'm gonna say goodnight.
Out of the bar, across the lobby, into the elevator, and you had that martini, didn't you?
I
How
knew
old is
it.
Shirley? 6? Shirley never wants to love. But Shirley has to love.
What the fuck? Fuck off. Fuck off!
Shirley.
Oh my god, I feel like Nell's trying to save them all. And it's like making me so emotional.
We need help.
I don't.
This isn't real.
He's dying.
Go, Cheryl, come on, guys. Save your brother. Somebody wake up Theo.
When I was a child, my mother spanked me for throwing a rock through a greenhouse roof. And after thinking about it very seriously, I went out and did it again.
You rebel. Oh, I don't like this. Oh, I hate it. Oh my god, that's the worst! Oh my god, Nell is saving them all. No, come on. Is he dead? You've gotta be kidding me. Oh, come on, blink or something, sweetie. Oh my god! He's dead.
Sweetheart. You big boy hat.
Oh my god. Fuck off!
We're so glad you're finally here.
Go.
Have a seat.
Don't.
Listen to Nell.
Why does she keep saying that?
You've been knocking on that door for years and years and
Holy
years. We could
shit.
hear you. Please.
Don't.
No, I have to get. She saved me.
I feel a little clearer just now. I feel like I've been here before. We have. So many times and we didn't know it. Our moments fall around us like rain. Or snow. Or confetti.
Oh.
It was your dance studio, Theo. It was my toy room, the game room for Steve, the family room for Shirley, the treehouse. But it was always the bedroom. We'd be still and quiet while it digested.
No.
You have to live.
I don't know how to do this without you.
I loved you completely. And you loved me the same. The rest is confetti.
Well, you look better.
The first was young Miss Groton. She tried not to let him in.
Stay away.
Girl,
You
with this
kept them
waking.
from me. I won't let you take them away again. They'll die.
Let them go.
I'll be alone again.
Oh.
If you open that door right now, I will make a promise to you that I will keep forever. Let me fix this.
Oh, stop it. Shut up.
Journey's end.
In lovers' meeting, journeys don't end. Not if you love someone. They don't end at all.
Play. Look. Stay awake. Stay awake.
Oh. What? Whoa.
Why are you here? Did you see? What happened?
I don't know.
They were looking for their daughter. Don't say that.
I can fix this.
Oh, shut
I can
up.
fix it. Put her down. No, I can fix this. You can't. Why are you even here? Our daughter snuck out of her bed. Fuck! Baby.
No. No. Happy. What happened?
Burn this house and its hills to the dirt.
Horace, he can't. She's still here.
Fuck.
It's full of precious things. And they don't all belong to you. It's dangerous.
Wow.
I won't leave her here alone.
Oh,
I will not.
honey.
I'm sorry. No. I'm sorry, Dad. This is all yours now. I want you to know.
Oh my God.
You were the best part of life. Light. Take care of each other. Dad. And nothing else.
Oh my God.
Be kind. I was so lucky to be your dad.
Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. Oh, that's such a good fucking shot.
But most times a ghost is a wish.
Bringing it all
Like
back.
a marriage.
I have something I have to tell you
Good for you, girl. Good for you.
for the next few minutes. And it might be the hardest thing you've ever had to love me. But I know it'll be okay because it's us.
Good for you, sweetie.
Years ago,
Whoa, girl. That's big. That's fucking big.
I just want to fix this.
Oh, Steven.
We're here. Claire.
Let my anger take me there.
But
Oh my God.
it seems, is love.
Fuck.
And the shingles mend, the back doors burn.
Oh, good job, sweetie.
We yield to it, cannot meet it halfway.
Oh my gosh, she's pregnant.
And those who walk there walk together.
Oh. No, is that it? I'm so emotional right now. I can't take anymore. Oh, it's the first time I've been happy to see credits. I'm so... Oh. Okay, guys, so... I cried, I feel like, through the majority of that episode. That was so rough on so many levels. Okay, so what I have to... Oh my god, there's so much to say, but what I'm gonna say... I love that really at the end of it all, it was really all about grief. Really all about trying to move on and whether or not you can and what we do to ourselves. Okay, there's so much. So, Nell's speech was probably the most beautiful thing. Because you would like to think, I'm going to try not to get like emotional during this. I feel like you would like to think, people would like to think, that when they go, whenever it is that they leave, die, that they would have that everybody that they loved, that they leave behind, is well taken care of. In all their faults, it doesn't matter. And whatever they feel guilty about not picking up the phone or whatever, that wouldn't have changed anything. And I loved that Nell just wanted to let them all know that it's not their fault. And for her to get that opportunity and to save them all from the twisted fucking delusions that were happening was really beautiful. I felt like it was so beautiful. And it just brings me back to when the dad said at her, like, episode 6, I believe, where he said that she cared more about them getting what they wanted for Christmas. You know, it kind of shows that the littlest sister is really trying her best to take care of the older siblings. I loved the fact that the Red Room was different for everyone, even as kids. And they did that impeccably, because honestly, they just, most of the times when they were ever describing the house, they were describing about how big it was. So, you know, there could have been rooms just everywhere for whatever different, you know, but I loved that reveal. But also, I loved that they each had I did not like the Luke thing with the needle. I'm sorry that I had to close my eyes for portions of that. I really didn't want to miss a second of this episode. But the needle in the arm, that whole thing makes me faint. Like, genuinely, you know how, like, some people are like, oh, I don't like needles? Like, I'm unconscious whenever I have to get blood taken or anything like that. So, I really, you know, could you imagine the views, though, if I actually fainted on camera? I'm just kidding. Okay. And I loved that each thing that kind of went for each of the kids was sort of a regret or a guilt thing, you know. Theo kind of has this sort of guilt for kind of a childhood rebellious moment, we'll say. Luke not being able to save his friend. I also think Luke's was also just possibly getting hooked on drugs in the first place. I think that's fair to say that that was probably a heavy amount of his guilt, and maybe some things that he's put his family through with that. Stephen, obviously, it's the kid thing. And then Shirley, did I? Sometimes I come up with theories about stuff and I am so off the fucking mark, but that one, you know, and I don't know what made me feel like it was a guilt thing, James with the glass, as I like to call him. I thought it was something different just because of the fact that, like, I think it was because Shirley is in such denial in the same sense that, like, Stephen, well, maybe not. Stephen was in a whole other realm of denial. But they were the two that kind of really thought logically and did not, like, think that the house had ghosts. You know, I think they both felt like there was a mental illness thing going on and whatnot. And so when she just kept seeing somebody and she didn't react in like a, what the fuck are you? Like every time she saw him, she was like, it was kind of like, she didn't nod necessarily, but it was kind of like, like that she's trying to cope with something. So that's the only reason that I thought that. I loved that. And good for her for, you know what? Guilt is some of the toughest emotions to get through. And all of those things were regrets of some kind. And yeah, I mean, when you feel bad, and I mean, I feel very strongly about this, that, well, I won't get into that. No, we don't need to get into preachy Saska because nobody wants to hear that. But I just feel like it should be more known that people are human and they make mistakes, and I won't get into all of that, but I think it's really important that we all think we're so alone whenever we feel guilty about something. And it could be something small, it could be something big. I mean, I would say that maybe like I mean, Steven's guilt is probably pretty strong, like in comparison to maybe Theo's guilt, if I'm being, and it just really, there's different variations of it, but we still kind of think that we're so alone. And that also is just born out of people really trying to just, everybody wants to think that they're a good person, a perfect individual, and what people tend to not entirely understand, I guess what I'm trying to say is people don't tend to not entirely understand is that good people make mistakes too. Doesn't mean you're a bad person if you fuck up. Now, the scene between the dad and the mom, Hugh and Liv was, I mean, and the fact that he like sacrificed himself so the children could get out, that hit me so hard. I mean, that is just, he fixed, God, I mean, he's been trying so hard his whole life to just figure out a way to make everything better, or whatever you want to call it, and it is just beyond so heartbreaking when we kind of see that him over and over again not saying the right thing to his kids. Like we kept seeing that over and over again. He just kept saying the wrong things or not making things slightly worse or whatever, and he just wants to fix it, and he just wants his kids to be okay. And then just see this, and we see him make what I would say is like the ultimate sacrifice to make sure that his kids are okay. Okay, sorry. There's just so much with this. The mom, I was okay, like, for the first bit of that conversation that the mom and the dad had, like, up, you know, outside of the red room, I was genuinely like, oh, she's, like, not entirely comprehending why, you know, she doesn't want to let them out of the red room, or where she was coming from, I guess. But then as soon as she was just like, I don't want to be lonely anymore, or whatever it is that she said to that effect, God, it was just, when you think of the mom, it's one of the most tragic. There's a lot of similarities, I think, between the mom's story and Nell's story in a bit. But with the mom, it's just really sad in the sense of, you know, she kind of got affected, lost herself, and you just saw it slowly happening, and all she wanted was just to be with her, you know. She just wanted to protect her kids and be with her kids. And there's a lot of parallels with Mrs. Dudley. That really got me so fucking emotional, where he brought her to the house so she could die there, so she could be with her kids, and then her holding the new, but I don't want to die. That was too much. That was too much. I really love the Dudleys. I don't know, you know, they haven't had the most scenes or anything like that, but I fucking love those two. I can't explain it. I'm just, I live for them. I live for them. All of them I love, but, you know, I love all of the kids. They're all amazing to me. Obviously 100% Shirley's my girl. Shirley is my fucking girl. Even if she listen, girl, like, I relate so much. And what she was saying of, like, I'm gonna need you to love me for these 2 minutes while I tell you something and whatever, like, I felt that. I love her. I relate too much to her. I really, you know, that's my girl. But all of the kids are phenomenal. All of the kids are beautifully flawed. I've said that over and over again. And I loved that Steven stayed for the last bit. He was the oldest, I mean, there's that, but also he was just the one in such denial, for him to see a little bit more and to get more of a glimpse of the house. I really loved that. I loved that it was him. And I know from, like, comments and stuff that a lot of people don't like Steven, and a lot of people don't like Shirley, and everything. And I don't necessarily, listen, I'm not entirely loving Steven for everything with his wife. That was fucking nuts. But I love all of them. I think they're all flawed. I don't think, it was just such a beautiful, for them to write these characters in such a flawed way, but to make them so damn likable, I feel like is an accomplishment in and of itself. Oh my God, I'm like thinking about the episode, but it's so weird. I was so just sitting there and crying for a good portion. I feel like that's the majority of my reaction. There was a couple of scares in the beginning when that fucking tall guy was leaning in on Steve. I was not having it. That fucking freaked me out. But a good portion of the rest of it, it was interesting to see what everybody envisioned in that red room. And you know, the red room is literally that thing that we all have in our brain, the one thing that we don't want to think about, and it's locked away. Like, it's a very absolute metaphor for just that one thing that we regret doing, or that we don't want to face, or whatever it is. We're literally, it's just locked away and we never want to open it. And I love the whole kind of metaphor with that as well. But, you know, after a while, I literally was just crying my eyes out. There was a point where I started. It was when Luke died. And then I felt like I just cried until the end. So it's probably not that interesting of a reaction, but I hope you enjoy it nonetheless. So beautiful, and so proud of Luke at the end with his 2-year little thing. That just made me really happy for him. And maybe something that Luke needs is his support from his siblings for him to really stick to being clean. And I love that the dad said, be kind to one another. There was, in the episode 6, where I was just like, I think I literally said in my reaction, it was like, you guys need to be nice to each other or support each other, or whatever I said today of all days and stuff like that. But it's genuinely, they need to do that. And they just, and I think some people would think, oh, they were just so concerned with themselves and say it in kind of a negative connotation, but it's not negative. They were all dealing with their own grief. They were all coping in whatever way that they could cope, that they could not be there for each other. And I really liked that they put a spotlight on that as well. So that was really wonderful, and I adored that so much. And I loved that, and I felt like Steven probably needed to hear that a little bit more than everybody else. You know, you gotta be there. You can't just shove things away and not look at it. So I loved that he was there at the end and all of that. I genuinely loved that, you know, this whole show is so focused on grief and how we deal with grief and how it can affect somebody, and can we come out on the other side. For some people, maybe not. Anyway, that was amazing. This whole show was amazing, and I'm beyond sad that it's over. Now, I do know that they said that another season is coming in 2020. I am also aware that it's going to be focused on another house. I gotta say, I don't know how I feel about, well, let me just say this. Shows that do stuff like that, American Horror Story or True Detective, though True Detective I've liked. Second season was a little, but I've liked the seasons and stuff like that, though nothing matches season 1. I'm a little worried. The whole, like, going to, are they going to have the same magic and chemistry and sadness and emotional character building? I mean, yeah, you hope so. Yeah, hope so. But I'm a little worried. Because this was probably, I mean, it's up there with one of my favorite seasons of television. I watch a lot of television, though, so it's up there. But I don't know. I have no idea how it's going to go with the second season, so I'm interested to see where they're going to go. But, yeah, I think that's about it. Like I said before, I am absolutely really thankful. I've had, this is a personal thing, so you guys can sit and listen to this, or you can just shut off the video now if you don't want to listen to this. But I've been doing reacting for years. Oh my god, like 4 years, 5 years. I've been doing this for a while. And I've talked about this before on my channel, and it's just becoming a much more common thing, and you try not to ever focus on other people or focus on how other people are doing in comparison to you, because it's just going to depress you if you've been doing this for years and then people just skyrocket past you, you know, or just they seem to be more well received, or whatever. And I've made kind of a pact with myself this year to really not focus on that stuff, because it's just, one, it's really not healthy for me, but two, it's so, you get into your head about it, and then it just kind of takes you away from why you did this in the first place. And why I did this in the first place is just to share my love of TV and my love of genuinely stories like this. I mean, this is like right up my alley. It is so character driven, which I care about so much. Character stories are just the ones that really speak to me. It's so layered and deep and complicated, and I love it. And this, for a while, I was feeling kind of bad about my, feeling kind of bad about my channel, and that it just isn't as good or whatever. But all of your comments and everything, just anything that you guys have said, or I can't express to you how loved you guys have made me feel throughout this show. I'm trying to get through this without crying, it's just not working, but I did not just feel loved and supported, but I felt very appreciated for my thoughts and how I expressed them, and the fact that, like, I talk forever at the end of these videos in particular, and you guys say, like, oh, I stayed until the end and I really loved your thoughts and things like that. I don't think you guys know how important you guys have made me feel. So that's my little personal note and my personal thank you to you guys, because that really meant, honestly, so much to me in a time that I felt a bit, I don't know, bad about things and everything. So for those of you, I just want to say thank you so much for making me feel very appreciated throughout this process, and I'm very upset that there was only 10 episodes. I wish that we could just keep watching episodes and keep discussing the human condition. But yeah, so I'm sorry if that was a little too much or a little too weepy or a little too personal for you guys. So sorry. But, you know, I warned you. I told you to turn it off if you don't want to hear it. But yeah. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. From the bottom of my heart, thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you next time. Bye.